On August 11th and 12th, we get a 1-2 punch of potential brilliance, shock, or lucky break. Jupiter will turn direct in Sagittarius on the 11th, followed the next day by Uranus retrograding in Taurus at 6 degrees. Jupiter, the planet of inspiration, generally speaks of growth and understanding, but has been retrograde since April 10th. The time in the shadows has allowed us to redirect our search for personal and spiritual development, but in a more private way. Once the planet moves direct, we can share that wisdom with the rest of the world. Alternatively, Uranus the Maverick, now traveling through Taurus for the next 7 years, has been intent in shaking up our notion of what has importance and value in private and public life. Certainly it includes how we spend money, what we pay people, property values, and changes in design and lifestyle. As this transit recycles some of the themes of the 1930s, those that are good, progressivism, and those that are bad, fascism, we get to determine which direction we want our country to pursue. As this is just the beginning of the cycle, we do not yet know how it will turn out, but other factors and long-term transits speak to a decidedly more egalitarian and life-affirming, environmentally friendly society. In the meantime, the second week of August may have us bring a more personal spin to the issues at hand, hopefully from a more enlightened and spiritually thoughtful perspective. If, for instance, I call myself a spiritual religious person, how can I countenance the rampant inequality and destructive practices of a growth-at-all-cost mindset? If I take an expansive view of the world and desire more ecumenicalism, do my politics or lifestyle support such a vision? While the religious right has taken a prominent role in determining social policy, where is the religious left? We have vestiges of it with Reverend Barber's Poor People's Campaign, and of course Martin Luther King, who toward the end of his life was focused on economic and environmental justice as much as racial inequality. Yes, these are high-minded concepts, very Jupiterian, and perhaps our inquiries take a more personal nature. Even so, this month we may find our beliefs undergoing significant shifts as we assess the political and cultural landscape and our dreams for the future. In what way will these two stations impact you? Depending on your sign, you will be assessing how your beliefs and values are or are not in alignment. For Aries, you have big ideas about the world. What are they worth, and will you get paid? Does the desire for money and security cause you to contain your vision? For Taurus, how does your thinking around relationships and money affect your self-esteem? Does your need for stability automatically reject or negate certain potential partners? For Gemini, you may desire a larger-than-life partnership, yet question your inherent worth or deservedness. For Cancers, does your sense of service and work connect or conflict with your social media image? Do you limit yourself from trying new things because you're afraid your friends will desert you? For Leo, how much does your desire for self-expression compete with your need for financial security? Like Aries, do you suppress your creativity in order to make money? For Virgo, do you think there's only one way to view the world, and does this conflict with your inherent restlessness and need for growth and change? For Libra, you are an inherently liberal person in the more traditional sense of the word. However, you may feel that partners would rather you focus on a more static and pragmatic view of the world. Do you think this holds you back from meeting the right partner? For Scorpio, you have big ideas, yet they could be scary to your more traditional partner or boss. For Sagittarians, can you fit your bigger notion of your potential into a regular job? Are you stuck with a decent paying job at the expense of your more free-flowing ideas? For Capricorn, you dream of a bigger life, yet you may sometimes keep your thoughts and ideas to yourself and instead focus on consumerism. For Aquarius, how do you square your multiculturalism with a local sense of tribe? For Pisces, do you hold your tongue out of fear of financial or social abandonment rather than speak truth to power? Clearly, these are larger ideas that may not be resolved in a matter of days and weeks. However, as the Uranus transit proceeds, we will continue to work through potential inconsistencies and may also find that our personal issues are political. Granted, in a society who pays the corporate raider 300 times more than his workers, or props up celebrities rather than school teachers and nurses, we could feel that we are stymied in our own attempts to be successful and morally aligned. Regardless of your financial station in life, the tides are turning in favor of a more human, heart-centered value over cold calculations, and you may live to see the time when emotional labor will gain respect and appropriate pay. In capitalist societies, there is the age-old question of selling out, and younger people are finding the lures of materialism less appealing, and this is likewise environmentally necessary. So we know where the winds are going, so use this month to sort out where you land on the spectrum of belief versus security, and it's only a matter of time when higher forces may prevail. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins.